Hey, Golden State Warriors fans. Let's dive right into the latest updates and what's shaping up to be an exciting stretch for the team. Coming off their recent performances, the Warriors are gearing up for a matchup against the Charlotte Hornets. And on paper, this looks like a game they should handle comfortably. The Hornets have been battling injuries all season, and while that seems to give the Warriors an edge, we know the unpredictable nature of a team like Charlotte means nothing is guaranteed. They've got players missing, sure, but the one constant threat is LaMelo Ball. He's still out there orchestrating their offense, and despite his inconsistencies, he has the ability to completely change the pace of the game. Charlotte averages around 115 points per contest, which is solid, but their defense is leaking slightly more than that, giving up roughly 118 points. That gap is where the Warriors can capitalize if they stay disciplined. The real question is how Golden State plans to contain LaMelo and prevent him from running wild, because even with his flashes of brilliance, his immaturity has held him back from fully dominating games consistently. Looking at the bigger picture, the Hornets seem to be heading toward a full rebuild, and you can almost sense that shift in their approach. With veterans being evaluated, young talent needing guidance, and a lack of cohesion on the floor, the Warriors can exploit the weaknesses and gain momentum. Golden State's record is hovering above .500, and a win here wouldn't just be another checkmark. It would be a crucial step towards stabilizing their rhythm and building confidence as they enter the next stretch of games. After the Hornets matchup, they have a key home game against the Oklahoma City Thunder, kicking off the new year, and the outcome against Charlotte could set the tone for that encounter. Momentum is invaluable in the NBA, and securing a solid performance now could influence how they approach the next challenges. Now, diving into the roster dynamics, Golden State is still managing some of their own issues. Turnovers have been a persistent problem, and the team has struggled with spacing and efficient shot selection at times. Jonathan Kuminga has been highlighted as a crucial piece, not only because he's a young talent, but also because how he is utilized could impact the Warriors' success in both the short-term and trade considerations. Getting him meaningful minutes while also balancing the rotation with veterans is a delicate act for Coach Kerr. The idea is to create opportunities for the team to operate efficiently, cutting down on unnecessary three-point attempts and focusing on high-quality possessions. When executed well, this approach can showcase the depth and versatility of the roster while maintaining offensive firepower. If the Warriors are smart about managing their lineup and taking advantage of matchups, games like this against the Hornets become a perfect opportunity to tighten their performance and build confidence before entering more challenging stretches of the schedule. With Steph Curry leading the charge, excitement is inevitable, especially with the familiarity of returning to a place like Charlotte. Steph's ability to score in bursts and elevate the team's energy is unmatched, and while Seth Curry is sidelined until mid-January, Steph's presence alone can dictate the flow of the game. Expect him to look for high-percentage opportunities and orchestrate plays that maximize the impact of his teammates. The Warriors' supporting cast needs to be ready to respond, moving without the ball, setting screens, and capitalizing on spacing. When the offense flows correctly, it becomes nearly unstoppable, and this game could serve as a reminder of why the Warriors have been perennial contenders over the past decade. On defense, the focus will be on containing LaMelo and forcing the Hornets into lower efficiency shots. The defensive schemes will likely involve rotating help and anticipating pick-and-roll plays, but execution will be key because even a single lapse could allow Charlotte to get back into contention. Beyond the immediate matchup, the Warriors' front office is constantly evaluating potential moves and how they fit into the broader vision. Trades, rotations, and player development are all interconnected, and decisions made now can influence future flexibility. Jonathan Kuminga, Draymond Green, and the younger talents represent both immediate contributors and trade assets, and the team has to balance showcasing their abilities with keeping long-term plans intact. Efficiency and decision-making on the court directly impact these evaluations, which is why every game matters in the context of both wins and strategic positioning. Each possession provides insight into how the players handle pressure, execute plays, and adapt to opponent strategies, and this Hornets game is no exception. As the Warriors continue to navigate the season, Every matchup presents an opportunity to refine strategies and identify areas of improvement. Their ability to minimize turnovers, optimize shot selection, and create a cohesive team dynamic will influence how they approach tougher opponents later in the season. While Charlotte may not be the strongest adversary on paper, the Warriors cannot underestimate the unpredictability of NBA games. The young talents, veteran leadership, and coaching adjustments will all come into play, and fans can expect an exciting display of basketball intelligence and skill. It's a chance to see how Golden State handles a team that is struggling but still has offensive firepower, and the results will offer valuable insights into the team's direction as the new year begins. Turning our attention to the broader NBA landscape, the trade market and team strategies are starting to shape up in ways that could directly affect the Warriors. Teams like the Milwaukee Bucks are constantly in the headlines, talking about making moves to strengthen their rosters. But when you dig into the details, reality paints a different picture. They may claim they are buyers, but the truth is they are constrained by contracts and financial limitations. Bringing in someone like Zach LaVine, for instance, would require moving significant pieces and matching salaries in ways that are just not feasible without giving up core players. It highlights the complexities of building a championship contender in today's league, where even if you want to improve, the logistics of trades, salaries, and roster flexibility can limit what is possible. This is exactly why the Warriors have a strategic advantage. With their combination of young talent, veteran leadership, and draft assets, Golden State has more maneuverability to pursue top-tier talent if the opportunity arises, and positioning themselves now can pay dividends in the months ahead. The potential movement of stars like Giannis Antetokounmpo looms large over the trade season. While the Bucks may not be ready to admit it publicly, the reality is that a significant shakeup could be imminent. Golden State has the ability to offer valuable assets, including draft picks and young players who can immediately contribute, making them a compelling option for teams looking to rebuild or retool around a superstar. This isn't just speculation. It's about understanding leverage in the NBA. Teams that are flexible, both in contracts and roster construction, can capitalize on situations where other teams are restricted. For the Warriors, this means being prepared for opportunities that could elevate the team further, while also continuing to focus on executing on the court in the present. Every game, especially matchups like the one against the Hornets, serves as a stage to showcase the depth, adaptability, and readiness of the roster. The better the Warriors perform now, the stronger their position for strategic moves later. Meanwhile, the Nets are entering an intriguing phase of their rebuild, exploring the potential availability of players like Trae Young. Acquiring a star like Trae Young would dramatically change the dynamic for a franchise, offering a future cornerstone point guard capable of shaping the team's offensive identity for years to come. For the Warriors, developments like this matter because they influence trade feasibility, roster flexibility, and the availability of players across the league. If other franchises secure their superstars or solidify key pieces, the options for Golden State to enhance their roster could shift. Understanding the ripple effects of moves like this is crucial for both fans and analysts, because it shows how interconnected the league is and how a single trade or acquisition can change the competitive balance. It also emphasizes the importance of preparation, timing, and strategic foresight, qualities that have historically defined the Warriors' success over the past decade. Back on the hardwood, Golden State's focus remains on executing a full, balanced rotation. One of the most critical elements to monitor is Jonathan Kuminga's role. While his contract status and trade potential are part of the conversation off the court, his performance and development on the court are equally important. Getting him the right minutes, integrating him into the offensive schemes, and letting him thrive in high-leverage situations could have a long-term impact not just on the season, but on the value he brings in trade scenarios. The Warriors' challenge is balancing the development of young players with maintaining competitiveness. Games like the matchup against Charlotte provide the perfect testing ground. Efficient shot selection, reducing turnovers, and maintaining spacing are all elements that must be executed consistently to set the tone for the coming months. If Golden State can combine these factors successfully, the team not only secures wins, but also builds confidence, rhythm, and cohesion that will carry into tougher stretches of the schedule. Defensively, the Warriors will need to focus on communication, rotations, and anticipating offensive movements. LaMelo Ball is a unique challenge, and while he may be the primary offensive weapon, teams that fail to adjust to his playmaking can quickly find themselves in trouble. Containing him requires discipline from all 5 players on the court, and that means recognizing pick-and-roll actions, providing help defense without overcommitting, and maintaining positioning to contest shots. Golden State has the personnel to execute these strategies effectively, but consistency is key. The ability to perform at a high level defensively while also creating opportunities on offense is what separates elite teams from the rest. And the Warriors have proven they can do both when firing on all cylinders. Another point to highlight is the role of veterans like Draymond Green, whose leadership and on-court intelligence remain invaluable. His ability to read the game, direct teammates, and facilitate offense is crucial, especially in moments when the team faces adversity or momentum swings. Pairing this leadership with the shooting prowess of Steph Curry creates a dynamic combination that can be difficult for any opponent to handle. The integration of younger players into this system is not just about development. It is also about sustaining competitive advantage. Balancing the minutes and responsibilities between experienced veterans and emerging talent is an art that Coach Kerr has had to manage carefully, and it remains a pivotal factor in the Warriors' ability to contend over the course of a long season. Looking ahead, the Warriors' path involves both immediate performance and long-term planning. Success on the court builds confidence and establishes momentum, but it also affects trade positioning, player evaluations, and strategic decisions in the months to come. A strong showing against Charlotte, followed by continued consistency against teams like the Thunder, positions Golden State not just as a competitive team in the present, but as a franchise with the flexibility and foresight to capitalize on opportunities in the trade market. This dual approach, winning today while preparing for tomorrow, has been a hallmark of the franchise and is likely to continue shaping how the team operates. Fans can expect high-intensity play, smart basketball, and a focus on executing fundamental principles as the Warriors navigate the early stages of the new year. Finally, while speculation about trades, roster moves, and league dynamics is always exciting, the core remains on-court performance. Every possession matters. Every rotation decision has consequences, and every matchup provides insight into what adjustments are necessary to sustain success. Golden State has the talent, the coaching, and the experience to navigate these challenges, but execution and consistency will define the outcome. The Hornets game represents more than just a single contest. It is a reflection of how the team manages its strengths and weaknesses, how it prepares for the months ahead, and how it positions itself to take advantage of both opportunities and challenges in a highly competitive NBA landscape. With focus, discipline, and leadership, the Warriors are poised to turn potential into performance and set the stage for a compelling stretch of basketball as the season progresses. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. In a move that has sent shockwaves across the basketball world, the Golden State Warriors are reportedly closing in on a deal that could redefine the entire NBA landscape this season. Sources close to the situation suggest that the team is finalizing a blockbuster trade for none other than LeBron James, a move that would instantly catapult the Warriors into championship contention and create one of the most star-studded lineups in league history. While the details of the trade remain shrouded in secrecy, speculation is rampant about how the Warriors could have pulled off such a stunning acquisition. LeBron James, a figure synonymous with dominance and versatility on the court, would bring his unparalleled experience and leadership to a team already brimming with talent. The potential pairing with Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson could form a super team capable of rewriting what fans expect from modern basketball. Analysts are already debating how opposing defenses will adjust to counter a roster loaded with shooters, playmakers, and one of the most decorated players of all time. The rumor has ignited a firestorm on social media, with fans expressing disbelief, excitement, and even skepticism. Some argue that the Warriors' front office has executed a masterstroke, leveraging salary cap maneuvering and strategic trade negotiations to land a generational talent. Others question the long-term fit and chemistry, wondering how the team's dynamics will shift with LeBron's presence. Will he take over as the primary playmaker, or will a new balance emerge to maximize the strengths of all the stars involved? Regardless of the unknowns, the implications for the entire league are enormous. Teams now face the daunting prospect of a Warriors squad that could dominate the playoffs with a combination of experience, skill, and sheer star power. Rivals are reportedly revisiting their rosters, considering upgrades, and recalculating strategies in response to what might become the NBA's most talked-about season in years. If the deal closes as rumored, basketball fans could be witnessing the birth of a new era, one defined by audacious moves, blockbuster trades, and a level of excitement rarely seen in professional sports. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over. If the whispers hold any truth, the NBA landscape may never look the same again. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.